Welcome aboard, race fans. I'm Big Bacon. Welcome to Red River Valley iRacing League right here on iRacing. Tonight we're at the dirt track at Charlotte, and I got a special guest with us. I got C. Ricky Bobby Emmis. How is it going tonight, brother?
We are doing amazing. How are you doing, Bacon?
I'm doing good. I'm ready. We don't have a whole lot of drivers out here, which is kind of a good thing. This is Ricky Bobby's first time ever up in the booth. And we got Robert Charette, first time full adminning out there. So nice, easy baby steps. Still a couple minutes. I'm sorry, 1 minute left before we get, well, pretty much qualifying. It's only going to be one heat race here. Then we're going to go right to the A main. But to follow will be the big block modifieds right here at the dirt track Charlotte. Practice session opens at 9:30 Eastern. Let's take a peek at the weather up here on the screen. 80 degrees, 68% humidity, partly cloudy, 9 mile an hour in the wind. Again, dirt track at Charlotte, 0.4 of a mile. We're here in Concord, North Carolina. On the track right now, Sean Stevens, Dalton Hayden, James Burke, Robert Charette, and Joshua Dennison. Quick time is Sean Stevens, all the way from Australia. What do you think of that brand new paint skin there, Ricky Bobby?
That's looking pretty nice. It's a lot different, or a little different than it was last season. That's for sure.
That is absolutely correct. He was the dark machine. Now it's a little bit brighter. Alright, looks like these drivers, I believe, are getting ready for a little qualifying. So while we wait, we ask that you stand up, remove your hats, as we do our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, there you have it. Looks like 5. 5 will be the magic number for tonight here at the dirt track in Charlotte. Kind of a later notice here, recruitment races, but don't worry if you're a little upset that you missed it. So right here to follow, the big block modifieds open setup, 35 laps, 2 backup cars. But before that, we're going to have a little shootout showdown here in the Dirt Street Sox. Who do you think is going to win there, Chris?
I'm kind of pulling for Joshua Dennison.
Okay, Joshua Dennison, not the only Australian, him and Sean Stevens. My rating is quite similar, and you're going to have another little battle of teammates. Joshua and Sean, I don't think are teammates, but I know Robert Charette and Dalton Hayden They're both on HRH Motorsports. Then you have James Burke, trophy truck driver. I know for a personal experience, teaches me a lesson every single time. Quick time, though, was Sean Stevens, Joshua Dennison, second position. Robert Charette, third. Dalton Hayden, fourth. James Burke, and I'm off in fifth. Waiting on this, see these drivers advance here in just a hot minute. Going through here one more time. 35 laps, I believe, is the magic number. We have less than 1 minute until we go the distance in a main event. 5 drivers is the number tonight. Shouldn't be a whole lot of finger pointing, not a whole lot there to blame, right, Chris?
No, not at all. Should be a real interesting race with only 5 people on the track.
You got that right. Not much excuses. Hopefully they don't need those backup cars. And then right to follow is the big block modified recruitment race at the dirt track here at Charlotte. Again, same format. There is heat racing, so tell your friends, tell your pals. Try to sling some dirt in their face as you try to get the checker flag tonight. 10 seconds here till we get tonight's starting grid. Let's take a peek and see if the weather has changed here at Charlotte. 81 degrees, 66% humidity, partly cloudy, 9 mile per hour. Wind, not too bad. I don't think it's going to be a factor. In the dirt street stocks, much, much heavier cars. All right, here is tonight's starting grid. 5 drivers is the count, and let's give Mr. Ricky Bobby the chance to call it the front row.
The front row. On the inside, we have Sean Stevens, the number 26. On the outside, we have the number 4 of Joshua Dennison.
Second row inside, number 64. From HRH Motorsports, it's Robert Charette. Same row outside, starting fourth, the 989 teammate, Dalton Hayden. And then, into the caboose, it's your man, it's your neighborhood Ace Hardware, buddy. Number 77, it's James Burke.
Newcomer.
Time, brand new, hopped in tonight. We're going to wish him well. He has a couple drivers out here that, let's just say, this ain't their first rodeo. It's going to be a couple of them right on the front row. Cameraman zooming out, making sure we are live here. Again, I'm Big Bacon. I got Chris Imbus, Ricky Bobby. See Ricky Bobby Imbus with me. His first time. We're at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Red River Valley iRacing League. Just recruitment here. Little month, 6-week break between season 1 and season 2. You got fans out there. Root for your drivers. Let's see if we got a little showdown here. Who's going to get it? Who's going to take home the trophy tonight? Waiting on the green flagger, pole sitter, Sean Stevens. Joshua Dennison inside on the outside. Here we go. Green flag is out. Here, pole sitter 26, Sean Stevens going to slide it up, coming out of turn number 2, right in front of 04. Joshua Dennison, turn 3, oh, so far. These drivers are smooth, slinging it high on the outside. James Burke in the 7-7, but it does fall back to 5th so far.
James Dennison still looking on the inside of Sean Stevens, coming into 3 and 4. Robert's falling right behind him in 3rd, with Dalton Hayden in 4th and James Burke in 5th.
Up front, 2-6, Sean Stevens, pole sitter, still has 2-car advantage over Joshua Dennison. But yeah, as Chris was saying, Robert Charette is the car on the move, looking super smooth, midway pack here, trying to complete Lap number 3 of 8, heat number 1, right here at Charlotte.
To say the battle of the pack right now is, it looks like between Dalton Hayden and James Burke back in the pack. They're side by side coming out of 1 and 2. Dalton's up high, James down low. Dalton's getting way high up there on that berm, trying to get a little run going on out of 3 and 4.
Going up here now in the blimp, trying to see the gaps here. It almost looks like a piece of the dominoes. Call it number 5. We are on lap number 5 of 8, heat number 1. Your leader, Sean Stevens. Wow, 8-car gap here. See if we can go back to crank it up. Camera shot here on the front straightaway. Cranking it up they are here. 5 laps down, 3 to go. As Ricky Bobby was saying, the battle on the track is for 4th position. That's 989, Dalton Hayden, James Burke trying to dig it in there. Turn number 3 coming out of 4. They're going to be side by side with 2 to go.
Looks like Robert's coming out of 1 and 2. He's catching Joshua Dennison a little bit. Let's see if he can make that last second pass to get in there to 2nd place and start outside pole.
As we see that, the white flag is out. Joshua Dennison, 2nd position, trying to hold it on, hold it tough over Robert Charette. Looks like he's going to do it, but still there is a battle right here for 4th once again. 2-car gap is the distance. Looks like should come out of it, no problem. But Sean Stevens, checker flag, heat number 1. Joshua Dennison, 2nd position, trying to get everything he got. Charette 3rd. Dalton Hayden 4th, and James Burke, well, he finished where he started. All right, waiting on iRacing to do its thing. Calculations here for tonight's feature event. Gonna check it one more time. The weather tonight, 80 degrees. It is hot and humid, 68% humidity, partly cloudy. The wind now up to double digits, 10 miles an hour. We are in Concord, North Carolina, 0.4 of a mile dirt track here. These drivers got a chance, couple minutes to warm them up. Get it ready to go. 5 minutes they get. Tonight the track has carried over completely from practice. Only 5 drivers. Dalton 989, he's going on the high side. What do you think, Ricky Bobby? I've seen that heat race. Your thoughts?
He was holding it, but I'm not sure that with just 5 cars on the track, that's going to be the line to run. You're pretty much going to have to run the low side and keep that low side on. I mean, if the track does wear out a little bit, then yeah, that high side is going to work. But right now, I think the low side is going to be about the best bet.
Yeah, I agree. Sean Stevens, pulled away, maintained the distance. I'm not sure who's saving the car there, Only get 2 backups tonight. It doesn't count under heat racing, but some of these drivers take it pretty serious. This might be the driver to watch out for. He's going to be Big Bacon's pick. Driver to beat tonight, 2-6. Sean Stevens, all the way from Australia. Burke starting to crank it up, though. You saw him dead last in heat number 1. Right now, he is scored 2nd quickest on the track with a 19.54. 4/10 off your quick time. Sean Stevens, Robert Charette, just 10th off of that. Dalton Hayden, 10th off. But Joshua Dennison has not came on the track. Still working on the car in the pits. There you go, 2 teammates right there in unison. Coming out turn 2 backstretch. They're just getting warmed up.
Looks like they're working on their crossovers and their sliders.
I see that. Practicing together. Trying to put out optical illusion. Bump, draft, engage. I see what they're trying to do here. Coming to 1 to go. That might be a part of a strategy.
Hey, there's no law saying you can't rub and race at the same time.
Hey, that's true. That's true, Chris. Rubbing is racing. It's that dumping part that gets me.
Oh, it gets everybody.
As I say that now, here comes Joshua Dennison on the track warming up his race machine. I think you heard Big Bacon up here. Didn't say anything about him. Didn't pick him for tonight. Ricky Bobby Chris did, though, in the heat. Was 2nd. Just warming up. Right now, 4th quickest. Getting that machine fired up, just a couple hundredths off of second and third quick time. At the line now, oh, just a couple hundredths off. 19.16 from Sean Stevens. The next closest, Robert Charette, with the 19.53. I mean, that's almost 4/10, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's pretty close. I think he just barely got the nose across the finish line.
I don't know. We might have to do a little tech inspection here after tonight's A main. That 2.6 is fast again. That's who I'm picking. 2 backup cars tonight. We are coming 1 minute till we get tonight's starting grid. I believe 35 laps. Is that correct?
That is correct. 35 laps. But my question is I'm trying to figure out where last season's champion Sean Yates is. You figured he would be in a couple of these races.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of wonder about that. He might be practicing for the race to follow, and that would be the big block modifieds right here, same track. And let's just say the tractors are broken tonight. There will be no maintenance. What you start with is what you're going to get. It's going to carry over open setups. And again, only 2 backup cars, so you better be careful. There's a limited amount of parts tonight. So far, practice looks pretty good. We are getting close, under 10 seconds. These teammates, Charette and Dalton. Joshua Dennison, now he throws down the third quickest time, 19.47. Charette able to get into the threes, only 2/10 off. I think they're trying to draft here at Charlotte, Chris.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was looking at the track a little bit, and it looks like they were working in that high side, so maybe maybe that will work for a couple of drivers out there as the race goes on.
Hey, I think you might be right. All right, as these drivers get the safety equipment on, the helmets, they kiss the loved ones goodbye, get their pep talks. We are ready for tonight's starting grid. There's only 5. Not a whole lot of odds here. Put your money where your mouth is, race fans. Who's going to get it? On the front row, all the way from Australia, Sean Stevens. Right outside of him, the same country, same continent, it's Joshua Dennison.
You know, the second row inside, we have the 64 of Robert Charette, and on the outside, the number 989, Dalton Hayden. And rounding out the pack, we got the 77 newcomer, James Burke.
5 drivers, 35 laps. We're here. The dirt track at Charlotte, the Red River Valley iRacing League. Put on a couple recruitment races. James Burke there. Looks like he forgot to turn off his hazard lights. Looks like he's getting it under control, though. That's good. 35 laps is the count. The track temp, 72 degrees. Air temp, I think it was around 80. Humidity, it's up there. It should not be dusty, which means hopefully we get some slippery action, get this track a little bit muddy. The iRacing Chevy Silverado turns off the lights on the pace truck. These drivers getting ready to go. Race in action. You see the mud pit there right in the middle of the track going through 1 and 2. We're going to be looking right here. Third place, Robert Charette, waiting on the green flag. Better yet, let's take a peek from the leader, 2-6, Sean Stevens. Charette ready to give him a bump here. Waiting on the green flag. It is out. Here we go. The dirt track in Charlotte. We're here for the Red River Valley iRacing League. Hold on, race fans. We got 35 laps of heavy, hard rubbing racing action in these dirt street stocks here on iRacing.
First lap in books. Outside we have Joshua Dennison. Inside Robert Charette. James Burke gives Robert Charette a little tap. Flex Dalton a little bit. They keep going. 1 and 2. Backstretch we have Sean Stevens, Joshua Dennison, Robert Charette, James Burke, and Dalton Hayden rounding it out.
2 laps complete. 33 to go. Your leader, Sean Stevens, pole sitter up front, doing quite a job here. All side rub here, doors each other. Dennison versus Charette here on the back straightaway. And we're going to have a little bit of action here. There's only 5 cars, but we got some battle in 2nd through 5th position. Thomas gets the advantage, getting 2nd position. Hold up as it comes down the back straightaway.
A little bumping in the back going on between newcomer James Burke and Dalton Hayden. Coming out 2 wide, almost making it 3 wide out of 3 and 4. Yeah, James Burke looking on the inside. Robert's running about mid-track out of 1 and 2. Joshua's holding 2nd pretty good right now. They're both looking on the outside, running that berm on, coming out of 3 and 4. Dalton's getting a little loose, almost flips that inside tire.
Almost hit the tire. You count it. 989. Dalton Hayden just getting back in the driver's seat. Had a rough go a couple months ago. Had a rough race. Hit the wall so hard. Broke the wheel right in half. Sean Stevens up front is your leader. Has quite an advantage here as we're complete lap 6 of 35. The gap is 1.4 seconds over Charette. And it looks like there's a battle now. 4th position, it's Burke. James Burke trying to sneak his nose in there. But on the high side, 64, Robert Charette. He's hammering it down. Gets 2nd as we complete lap number 7.
Coming on the backstretch, single file going in. Joshua looking low, Dalton looking low, Robert going high, and James running mid, coming out of 3 and 4. Robert's going to take this lap in 2nd place. Joshua Dennison right on his tail.
Looking at the leader, Sean Stevens now. Almost a full straightaway is the advantage over Robert Charette. Dennison now making a move inside. Gets collected, straighten each other's out. Dips it low. Dalton now trying to take advantage as we complete lap 9 of 35. Turn 1. He has a nice line here. Almost gets in the back of Joshua Dennison in that 4 machine. Oh, man, Chris, it's starting to get good.
It is getting good between those 4 drivers. Sean's just pulling away, but these guys are, they're side by side, door to door. A couple of times almost making it 3 wide coming out of the turns. You see James up there catching the berm a little bit. Gets a good hookup coming out of that turn in 1 and 2.
You got that right. Dennison now dropping low once again, side by side. I can't even keep counting how many laps are going side by side. He's going for the slide job now. No, has to check up. Charette advantage here on the back straightaway, holding tough, keeping his ground. Dives it in hard. Turn 3. He's going to go for the slide line. Slider engage. Has advantage by 3. Completing lap number 13. Again, Sean Stevens up ahead. He's got that dirt street stock on cruise control advantage. Almost 3 seconds.
Yeah, Joshua Dennison looking low on the inside, coming out of 3 and 4, side by side with Robert Charette, going into 1 and 2, both even right now. Robert's riding that berm pretty good up there. I don't know if Josh is going to have anything for him down there. He might have to try to get right beside him and pull a slide job coming out of one of these turns.
Right now we are on board 2nd position. Joshua Dennison, you see right on the outside. Charette peeking. Does he go high? Let's go on board. Charette almost hits the wall. He is up on the cush there. Up on the berm as high as he can go. He is trying to get that to come in. Does Dennison go for the slider? He does. Crossover. Going to be engaged. Looking on the front stretch. Completing lap 15. We are a third of the way complete.
Still door to door. James is getting into the wall a little bit back there. Dalton's holding him off. Looks like they're both running about mid right now. Dalton's throwing it in low, trying to come out mid and catch that grip and stay out of the slick coming out of that turn.
Yeah, you start to see they're starting to get a little slippery now going into turn number 1. Going high there, starting to get a little bit dicey. They're starting to see a little bit of wetness. The moisture, the humidity is hot. It was 80 degrees out in the air. Track temp now up to 73 degrees as we're completing lap 17:35. We're getting close to halfway. Your leader, 26, Sean Stevens. The gap now over 3 seconds. 3 1/4 to be exact. The race for second continues. They won't give up. They're not going to quit. They've been racing since we got the green flag.
That they have. I mean, it's been a good battle between those two. There has been a little bumping and nudging and everything, but hey, that's all good. That's all that we're about, is nice, clean. Little rubbings, pretty okay. But the dumping, that's what really gets you, and we try to stay avoid of that. But sometimes it happens. Accidents happen. They're holding it pretty tight right now.
Yeah, they are. Rubbins racing. Dumping will get you parked. No one wants to have a dump fest out there. No, rabid. The donkeys, as we say sometimes. Man, Sean Stevens, you got to give him some camera time. He's all alone, and it looks like he's qualifying. Actually, looks like he's testing out there all alone. Dennison, Joshua Dennison, number 4, the 04 in second position as you come down the backstretch here. Coming to lap 22, we've been caution free. He is now holding off Robert Charette in third position as we go through the grid here. I'm sorry, not the grid, but the actual race. Fourth, Dalton Hayden. James Burke, a little out of his element in a dirt street stock. You normally see him in a big old trophy truck.
I mean, there's no handbrakes for him to throw on this one, so I don't know if he actually uses it or not. I know he's pretty good at those. It might take him a little bit, but he'll get used to it.
That's right. Looking on the rear bumper, second position with Dennison. About a 2-car advantage on Robert Charette in the 64, coming out of 4 here. Still same about a gap here, but right behind Charette is his teammate. Dalton Hayden has caught them back up, pulled away from James Burke, as we're going to be coming to 11 laps to go.
And this is some pretty nice racing right here. I mean, everybody's coming out of the turn smooth. I mean, even if they're 3 wide, they definitely would have made this work.
Oh, absolutely. We saw that a couple times tonight. 3 wide, almost 4 wide. Going here now, turn 3. Dalton there falling off the pace just a little bit, but he's trying to change the line. He went way down inside low, coming out high. Actually, got a couple car lengths back. Charette hopping and hanging there on the outside. He's not going to have much sheet metal left on that car.
I was going to say, yeah, just as you're talking about that, Dalton came out of 1 and 2 and tapped the wall a little bit with the left rear going in. We'll see if he can get that line coming out of 3 and 4 like he did before and catch right back up to him.
It was a good line last lap. See what he does this lap, coming to complete lap 27. Maybe we're going to have 8 laps to go. They hit the stripe. Let's look at the advantage from your leader. 4.5 seconds. The advantage Sean Stevens has over second position. That is quite a gap. You can't even see second place behind. Up here in the Big Bacon Media blimp. Let's go to second. There they are. Going through turn 3 out of 4. Dennison starting to pull away as teammates starting to race each other. Dalton versus Charette in third.
So yeah, Dalton had a pretty good run coming out of 1 and 2. If he can stick that in 1 and 2 and then run his normal line in 3 and 4, I'm pretty sure he's going to pass him, because right now, as you can see, he's pulling right up to Robert on the outside.
He is.
Like exactly what he's doing, yeah.
He is sending it pretty hard. Turn 1, he saw it there. Coming up 4, had a good run. Not the run here, but there he goes. Hard left, turn number 3. He is way down low. See here, looking on the front stretch underneath the flag man. Coming to 5 laps to go.
Catches that left rear just a little bit to get him a little bit sideways. Loses a little momentum out of 1 and 2. But it looks like, no, Robert's dipping down low. Joshua, no, side by side between second and third place. Joshua Dennison and Robert Charette.
Showing now on board Charette as we complete lap 31 at 35. Looks like he goes for the slider, and he does get it on board. Advantage now back to Joshua Dennison. He goes for the slider. Charette scrapes the wall, keeps it high off the throttle. We're going to have 3 laps to go at Charlotte, the Red River Valley iRacing League. Right here. Hold on. Strap in tight. We're not done yet. We're just getting started. Teammates engage. Dalton's there, but it's time to go racing. We're going to hit the flag man here. We're going to get the deuces. 2 laps to go.
Yep, Dalton's sitting there pulling inside on Robert. He's going to try to enter 1 and 2 and slide right up there. No, he's going to go mid coming out of the turn. Side by side. They're coming out quarter. Yeah, a quarter. So
here we go, coming to the line. We're going to get the white flag now. Teammates battling for 3rd position. The last one to get the podium, to get the bronze medal out of 3. Dalton, the advantage by a toe, by a bumper. Who's going to get it? End of 3. You don't want to see teammates wreck each other. Dennison gets a little loose out of 4. Advantage Charette coming out of 4 at the line. Dalton gets 4. Charette gets 3rd position. We got to go back. Let's rewind the tape. Take another look. That was almost too close to call. Wow. That was awesome. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to rub it in who I called to win tonight's race. 26 Sean Stevens had to have, he did, over a 5-second of a lead advantage. From the drop of the green flag, we were cashing free, Chris. What'd you think about that?
I loved it. That was about that was pretty much as interesting as the Road to Pro last night.
Oh man, that was a crazy one last night. There's a little bit less drivers here, a little bit easier to keep a a focus on these drivers. But man, competitive it was. I mean, if Sean Stevens slipped up, the rest of the drivers would have been right there.
Oh, they definitely would have. Josh and Robert both would have been right on him, and it would have been a real nice battle going on.
Speaking of Sean Stevens, let's see if we can't get tonight's race winner in here. Sean Stevens, Big Bacon up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I certainly do, mate.
Hey, don't feel like you don't have fans because I picked you to win tonight's race, and that you did. You won by over a 5-second margin. How'd that rocket ship feel tonight?
5-second gap. Wow, I didn't think it was that much, but once I hit the lead, I just sort of kept checking on my time splits, what I was doing and where was fast, and I found high 1 and 2 was fast and low 3 and 4 was fast, and once I started getting good lap times on the rest of them, I just sort of pulled away and felt comfortable then. But yeah, shout out to everyone in the race. It was a good race. Shout out to Josh on getting 2nd place, and shout out to you for the broadcast, and thanks for picking me, mate.
Oh, absolutely. You gonna test out the waters in the big block modifieds right here to follow?
I'm not real fan of the big blocks, to be honest. I'm not real fast in them, but I'll give it a shot.
Sounds good. The session's already open, and who would you like to thank? Anybody else that you're forgetting? You want to give a shout out to get that bad boy, that fresh white and green 2.6 paint and Victory
Absolutely,
Lane.
mate. I'll give a shout out to CNC Race Designs for the scheme that they do. I'll give a shout out to Rocket Racing Setups for the setup today. I quickly got on and grabbed one of those for today's race and tweaked it a little bit. Shout out to everyone at Stevens Racing, and shout out to Josh on 2nd place. Good job, mate.
Absolutely. Tonight's victor, Sean Stevens. Appreciate you, brother. And we'll see you soon in the next race. Let's see if we can't get 2nd place. I saw him peeking around here. But no, I don't see him. 2nd place tonight was Joshua Dennison. In the 04, he was there battling the whole night off of a couple drivers from HRH. 3rd place tonight was Robert Charette. We do have him in here right here at the moment. Let's see if we can get a copy. Mr. Robert Charette, you got Big Bacon.
Yes, I do, Big Bacon. I'm right here.
Hey, brother, how was it? We appreciate you racing and admitting at the same time. How'd it go? How'd the car feel?
And the car felt perfect. I can't help but thank you, man, for giving me an opportunity with this race team and giving Dalton also. You know, I have baggage to bring. Man, it was a really tough race running with Joshua there. One more lap, I probably could have had him, but racing with Dalton on the last lap, that was just as fun.
That was good, man. You guys were battling. The camera was focused. You, Dalton, Thomas. James was peeking there, here, and there, but then you guys started to pull away. Congratulations on third. You made the podium. Anybody else you forgetting to thank out there, or shout-outs you want to say?
Well, I'd like to thank my buddy Sam. He helped me a lot with this setup by, financial. It was really nice of him to do that. He didn't have to do that. He's the Waffle Corp logo on the car. I'd like to thank him. I'd like to thank everyone that supports me, especially my wife, giving me the time to do this every single night.
Absolutely. Yeah, we absolutely thank her. You better thank her too. We appreciate you. Her sharing your time with us. Robert Charette, third place, double duties tonight. Third place. What some action we had. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We'll keep the broadcast. We're going to be back here in about 25 minutes. Don't forget, check us out on YouTube. Big Bacon Media. The Big Block Modified session should be open already for the Red River Valley iRacing League. If you haven't applied, go for it. We'll take a peek here real quick. I got the Discord there in the chat. Chris, last thoughts?
I'm speechless already on the Dirt Street Stocks with the battle between second, third, and fourth. And I'm really impressed on the way. Looks like Sean picked up a little speed since last season.
He has, man. He's been working hard. He is a competitor. He loves these Dirt Street Stocks, and I'm excited. He says, I don't know if he's trying to pull Shane Yates that we saw last season, the Dirt Street Stock Super Late Models. He's like, I never raced these things, and he won 2 weeks in a row, back to back, and won like 7 times in the Dirt Street Stocks series, and the Super Late Model. He won both of them for the championship. So Sean Steen's going to come in. The Big Block Modified tier session is already open, and yes, go ahead. Shoot out your applications. We'll take a quick peek at it. And if you're accepted, get ready to go. Good luck, everybody. Well, thank you. And we'll see you again here in about 20 minutes.